What's up everybody, it's RobinGaming here. Now, two topics that I want to talk about today. Let's just immediately start off with the first one, which is all about The Last of Us. Now, Naughty Dog has come out and said that they will be announcing the one and only The Last of Us single player DLC actually at the PS4 All Access event. So yeah, to start off, I find it pretty interesting actually how they are going to be revealing the single-player DLC for The Last of Us, a PlayStation 3 game, at the PS4 All Access event. It's like, I totally thought that that event would purely be about the PS4, some new game announcements and some announcements on the features and stuff. But yeah, it's pretty interesting how they will actually be unveiling, the DLC for The Last of Us, which is a, PS3 game, like I said. So, yeah, I mean, to be honest, and I talked about this a bit before, because they are announcing the single-player DLC for The Last of Us there, I would personally not really expect, them to be announcing their next game there as well. Of course, it's still possible, and it's just a little thing that I wanted to, to come out and talk to you about. But yeah, personally, I just don't see it happening. It will probably be the Spike Video Game Awards, but hey, it's still possible, and I'm just saying that to warn you that you may want to lower your expectations in terms of a new Naughty Dog game there. But yeah, I mean, I'm at this point with all the rumors and stuff, I'm pretty sure that it's gotta be either there then or the Spike Video Game Awards. That's definitely the most obvious event where they will be announcing something, because right now there's so many rumors and so many people talking about their new game and kind of leaking little things. We've seen some other rumors actually on news sites and stuff that I definitely think they will be announcing it very, very soon. So that's already very exciting. But yeah, the Last of Us DLC, I gotta get on topic here. I always get excited when I just talk about, the next game, because I'm so interested in it, of course. What could that single-player DLC be, pretty much? Now, I beat The Last of Us only once, I gotta say. I didn't go through it a second time, basically because, I just didn't really have a lot of time for that, and there were a lot of other games that I wanted to catch up on that I hadn't played yet. So, yeah, I mean, there's a few rumors or pretty much ideas out there, that what the DLC pretty much could be. Now, of course, what we could get is something that follows up to the ending of The Last of Us without spoiling anything. We'll just continue from there, and maybe a new section or something that, yeah, I mean, I probably shouldn't spoil anything here in terms of the characters, even though I'm already saying too much, sorry. But I wouldn't expect actually that to happen, that it will just continue. I would expect that this whole DLC will be totally not about Joel and Ellie, actually. I think it will be about, maybe it could be like a prequel, like what Joel did before the whole story of The Last of Us started, or what Ellie did before that. There's a few special characters that have to do with the collectibles in that game. I think there was one character called Ish or something, I believe. Haven't actually, collected all those things, so I don't really know a lot about his story. But yeah, I know that there's a few characters out there that that were pretty much talked about in that game itself. So that could be, what it will be about. But personally, I'm just really not sure. They could do anything with that game, but it definitely makes me very interested. Now, one thing about it though is that once that DLC comes out, the PS4 will be out, and I will probably fully be jumping to the PS4, jumping over, and not playing on my PS3 anymore. Even though I will keep it, I'm probably not gonna play on it anymore. And with that single player DLC, I might return, to the game, but honestly, I just don't see myself doing that, to be honest. But who knows? I mean, if the single player DLC looks so amazing, then of course I will, because yeah, that's going to be worth it. But you're already seeing review sites who got to play on the PS4 and stuff. You can already see them, once you go to the PS4, once you start playing on that, it's very hard to kind of get back to your PS3 and look at those graphics, because it just looks so much better on the PS4, of course. So let me know what you think, that The Last of Us DLC will be about. And then now the second topic that I wanted to talk about is is that Sony has come out and said that trophies on the PS4 will now be getting an extra feature. So, you know, besides the collection of trophies you have with level combined and the different types, you know, bronze, silver, gold, platinum, there will also be this rarity level added. So that can vary from, I think it's like 4 different rarity levels, and it can vary from common to ultra rare or something. And it will pretty much indicate, you know, how many people who own a certain game have also, you know, gotten like a specific trophy. So, you know, besides the trophy maybe being like silver or gold, it can still mean that it's very hard to get or that a lot of people don't have it. Yeah, and this will now be indicated, and people can kind of see what are the really rare trophies and try to get those. You know, it's this kind of like thing that's pushing you to try and get certain trophies. Now, this leads me to a discussion that I'm yeah, very interested in, and I actually want to discuss with all of you. So I want to know from you, how much are you into trophies or achievements? Nowadays, pretty much all platforms have that. You know, Sony with PlayStation has the trophies. Then there's Steam, and there's of course the Xbox, which has achievements. Yeah, you know, I mean, how much are you into that? I think when I look at it, pretty much from what my friends are saying and what I see online, it's kind of like this thing that people either love or they either just don't care about at all. It's like, if people care the slightest about trophies, then they will try to just get all of those, get the platinum trophy for a game, fully beat it, and you know, when there's DLC or something that they own, they want to get those trophies as well to, you know, get the 100% thing up again. And for the people who like don't care about it, well, they just don't care. They just get the trophies that they earn along the way, you know, without them really going for it. And then that's it. They don't care about a list that says maybe like 10% or 20% at the end when they finish the game. Now, me personally, if you want to know my story, then I gotta, you know, admit that I was a pretty big trophy hunter, or at least I used to be. You know, actually, like before I really got into YouTube, because that has taken a lot of my time, which I would normally spend on like getting trophies. If you kind of like send me a message and then look at my profile or something, you will see that I have, I think, 34 platinums right now. And you know, like the majority of that was earned in my first 2 or 3 years that I had the PS3, so that's already like until 2 years ago or something. And yeah, I gotta say that recently I kind of came back into it. You know, I've been kind of like trying to collect trophies again. Just got my Jak and Daxter 1 Platinum, a game that I really wanted to you know, to play because I never had. So now I'm actually playing Jak 2, trying to get the Platinum for that as well. I have a Vita, and I'm already like trying to get like 100% on some of the indie games, and platinums on some of the other games I own, like Uncharted Golden Abyss. And I gotta say, I just find it a lot of fun. It gives me like this feeling that I fully completed a game, that I got everything out of it, you know, that I possibly could. And my obsession went pretty far, you know, like before I was into YouTube, because yeah, I would literally try to get 100% and the platinum on every game that I owned at some point. And when there was DLC or something, even when it was paid, I would get the necessary peripherals, even if that was needed, to get those trophies. Nowadays, my library is like so big, and I've got some games that I just never really managed to play, and like I have probably about 30 games now, which are in the 100%. And yeah, I mean, it kind of bothers me to see that in my list, that not all of my games have 100%, but at the same time I know that right now I will never be able to get all my games 100% again. It's simply not possible, you know. It would require both a lot of money for like extra DLC and stuff, and a lot of time, which I unfortunately just don't have anymore with all this busy stuff with school and then videos and stuff. That's just a shame, but still. For the PS4, I might try and actually get all the PS4 games, you know, 100% or something, you know, with Killzone and with Battlefield that I will be getting at launch, and then maybe like another game, a third game. I will probably try and get all the trophies again, but for now, yeah, I mean, that was pretty much it. So let me know, are you into trophies or achievements? You know, what do you think about that? Is that something that you find a lot of fun to collect? And yeah, what do you think the Last of Us DLC will be? Will it be something that that involves Joel and Ellie again, like after the main story, or before it, or different characters? Let me know that, and then I want to thank you a lot for watching, and hope to see you again next time.